Okay, finally. Ooh. Alright, let me actually get the pings out here. And then we can get started. Got a hostage on the phone. Alright. We got that. I think everything's still pinned. Yep. Okay. That's that one out. Alrighty. I think we're just about ready. Check all the audio and whatnot. Make sure it's all actually there. Cool. Alright. So today we'll be playing pools. And not the billiards kind. I saw this game played, I want to say, like a year ago when the demo first came out. And typically I'm not huge into horror, usually because it scares me. And I'm a big old scaredy cat. But this one caught my interest just because the horror seems to be very subtle, I guess you could say. Which I actually do enjoy. I enjoy the very atmospheric, eerie kind of horror. It's just like jump scares and stuff really startle me, so I usually don't go for it. And I just saw someone reference it today, that it was, you know, fully out, apparently a while ago, but I had no awareness of that. So here we are, a little late to the party, I suppose you could say, but here nonetheless. Just make sure. Checking audio. Okay, cool. Everything looks good. Ladder.wav. Tile. Ceiling. Tile. Alright, so this is a kind of slow game, bit of a walking simulator. Very much about the liminal horror type deal. Eerie feelings. Definitely have those right out the gate. Don't slip. But interesting how dark the water is. Despite only being, you know, maybe a few feet deep. I don't feel like I've ever been to a pool that was quite like this. Usually the tile isn't so small. Cyborg, yes, I am Cyborg. Hello. How you doing, Annie? We're playing pools. It's a bit of a walking simulator, I guess. I think that's a map. I'm too stupid to read it, though. Onward. Tattoo therapy? What does that mean? You just got tattoos? Or... oh, that's dark. I don't like that. Nope, never mind. The droning of the pumps. Okay. I didn't like that at all. Yeah, just tattoos. Nice. What'd you get, if you don't mind me asking? If there was something on the other wall here, I would have just been out of my skin. Oh, but yeah, I've got 2 tattoos. So I would be very interested to see what you got. Like if you post it on like Twitter or something, just let me know and I'll go find it. I'll hunt you down. Long hallway. Can we run? You can run. Okay, so if I get scared, I am able to sprint away. It's a lot darker than it looks when you come down it. I do not like dark halls. They, gonna spook me. Excuse me? Ah. Okay. Oh, okay. Hole in the wall is all. I'm sure it's just the maintenance crew. Someone's got to keep this place running. I don't know what about it runs, but there's a pathway over there. A vent here. I feel very uneasy about these recesses in the wall here. I don't like that at all. We can walk down these. Okay. It seemed a little too narrow. If I had to guess what tattoo you got, it would be a wolf. But you probably already have that one. You do already have the wolf, of course. Couldn't go without it, really. I have one that's vaguely close to being a wolf. You really want to stretch the definition of wolf anyway. It's Cerberus. On the X. What does that mean, on the X? Why is there a rubber ducky? Nope. Ain't going down there. Oh, thank you, Annie. Oh, Twitter. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, that's why the X looks funny. Okay. You used the literal symbol. Yeah, maybe one day when I have a phone that isn't made out of, I don't know, ramen noodles and lithium-ion batteries. Excuse me? Surely that was atmospheric noise. Couldn't be anything here. I haven't seen anything. No, sir. I don't like that at all. You can stay down there. Now this is horrifying. The inexorable passage of time. And the chair set up just to stare at it. Alright, yeah, okay, I'll leave. Hi, Lee. I'm here to be terrified today. Oh, I don't like this. I don't have very many good options right now. I don't like this at all. But yes, I have two. The pools are the scary stuff? I have no clue. That's the problem. You know, there is a diving board here. Ooh, I see a slide. Now this is what I'm here for. Are you telling me I can't get in the slide? I'm so miserable now. Can't believe they've done this to me. I don't like that I'm just tall enough. Proximity chat? This is a single player game. I think. I'm fairly certain. My anxiety is through the roof. Holy shit. Wait. I'm back here again. Okay. The literature for this game says that there are no actual creatures or anything. There are no jump scares. There are no entities, necessarily. There's nothing necessarily to be afraid of. There are just things to make you feel afraid. You know what I mean? And then I see a spider. Yeah, that's basically how that'll go. I cannot describe the horror I just experienced for about a microsecond. Okay, I need to explain this, because otherwise I'm going to feel insane. And I'm going to lose it. So, when I was standing here, and I looked over, not even that far, I literally just did that. Something like that. For some reason, my brain saw this image and then for a split second translated it onto the wall next to it in full size. So for a very split second, I registered a person just standing there in an odd stance with the backdrop of that wall in the color of the wall, mind you. And it stunned me for a good second. This is what happens in Dorothy's brain. She's just wandering. I've been here before. Sounded like my old Subaru. But yes, before I completely lose track of the thought, Annie, I do have the Cerberus tattoo, and it's just the 3 heads of Cerberus. I got that on my leg. I basically just told my tattoo artist what I wanted, like a really brutal piece of art of Cerberus, and he just knocked it out of the park with something amazing. He came back to me, was like, "Is this good?" And I was like, "Dude, do it right now." She's in the back rooms. It's just Pina's ghost and body separately? Question mark. No, someone already did that. There's one with Doro as the creature that attacks you. This is inspired from Backrooms, but it's not Backrooms. God dang it, I've been here before too. Alright, walking on back. Yes, this is where the Doro jump scare comes in. Oh, that's me. I'm breathing. As I was running. This game has atmosphere. For certain. Well, yes, one Doro is not dangerous. Many Doro is. Dark Pit. Can't say I like those. The many ghosts and bodies of Pina? Why are there many? What happened? I thought there was only one. It certainly looks like something new. Could this be progress? Wow, that is bright. It's just a window. Okay. The railing here really looked kind of like a tentacle for a second. 3 a.m. Yeah. You're into railing? Well, I mean, I do have whole streams about pegging. Anyway, here's the cuck chair. Is this where I started? Ah, it is. Virgil's throne. You mean the cuck chair? That's his throne? You won't sit on it, why not? Just try it out, just once. Just this one time, as a treat. No, I can't say. I actually haven't played Devil May Cry. I own the games, I just haven't played them. No Easter eggs under there or nothing. Ah. Oh, God. Alright, fine. Dark hallway it is. I mean, I should, right? Like, I should play them. I own them, after all. It's a matter of having the drive to do it, I think, is probably the hardest part for me. Yeah, like, do I really want to? Because I started one, I think, and I didn't have a controller at the time, and that made it really difficult, so I was like, yeah, no, it's some other time. I have a controller now, but now it's a question of, like, you know, choosing what to do with my time. In some areas, I get this, like, bleed-through effect in the top left. You guys can probably see it, where if you're in the dark and there's light nearby, it, like, turns white in the top left corner. There's, like, a little streak. Oh my god, I went in a circle again. This can't keep happening. I think I know where I need to go. I just don't know where it is. As funny as that sounds. Every dream has a meaning. Your dream. Walking in circles. I mean, I can read a meaning out of that pretty easily, but... I don't know. I don't really have dreams anymore. If I do, they're very rare, and they're usually... not quite like a nightmare, but just like something bad happening. Like a... not a worst case. Yeah, just give me a heart attack game, thanks. I didn't need to live anyway. God, what was I saying? Right, usually they're just like bad things that like could happen. You had a dream you crashed your car and died. Way too realistic. Yeah, okay, so like one of the ones that I had was... I forget how this came up. A friend of mine was trying to start a security company. That didn't go anywhere, suffice to say. Otherwise, I'd be working there. But, and I mean, like, you know, personal security, you know, event security, that sort of thing. Nothing crazy. It's a sign. Yeah, be careful on the roads, buddy. Please do. I'd hate to lose you. But, right, so my buddy was starting a security company. He had even gotten money from someone else to, like, get the investment started. Which is all fine and good. But then, you know, that kind of just, he couldn't really get work for it. He wasn't exactly a good marketer. And I was just there to, like, you know, help out and, you know, be there. So because of that, because I was thinking about things like that, I had a dream at one point that while wearing an armor, like a plate carrier with plates in it, so actual armor, I actually got shot several times. Rubber ducky. Not lethal, of course, because that, you know, that would end the dream if you die, right? No, I just got shot several times by, I think it was a handgun in the dream, and it just hurt really bad. Like, I just remember it hurting, and even after I woke up from that, because like that's scary, kind of scary like this. This is terrifying. I hate this. God save me. So that woke me up pretty quickly. You're saying your dream didn't end? That's terrifying. Although some people would really enjoy that dream, so I don't know how to read that from your perspective. I don't know if that's your thing. But yeah, it definitely sucked for a dream. It was a little jarring, I would say. Probably didn't help that at the time I lived in the town near, like in town basically, where I think it was like, it's like a county seat, you know, so like the courthouse is there and everything. Of all the areas around where I lived, it was not the safest, obviously, because, you know, like druggies and stuff would get released from prison there, and then if they don't have anywhere to go, then they kind of just stick around, because, you know, what better option? So it was kind of pertinent, you know, to my surroundings. It was like a genuine fear that that could happen. Oh, right, me. I'm breathing. Wee. Wee. Yay. Water. Okay. Yeah, that was probably the most vivid one that where I actually like got hurt. Wild slide. That was pretty fun. That aside, I guess to finish the story of the security company, when it finally did go under, the guy who had tried to start it also kind of, you know, dipped because he couldn't repay it. And he left me with all the vests and stuff. People ask you if you believe in ghosts. Unliving, I think is what you're going for. You're always haunted, whether it's living or not. Yeah. He said, "No, I'm just perma-cursed. It's all good. Don't worry about it." Excuse me? The hell was that? But yeah, he left the vests with me, so now I have level 3+ plates and carriers. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I hate you. I hate you, Rubber Ducky. You're not the one. But yeah, so I gave the vests out to all the guys who were fitted for them. That also included me, so I just have a free vest. I don't really know what to do with it. I threw some patches on it for cool guy points, but Like, I'm probably never gonna wear it unless someone, like, breaks into my house. Which is, like, kind of crazy. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. You saw those hands. There's hands. There are hands on the ladder. No siree, don't like that. Not a bit. Give him a hug. No, I don't think I will. Release me from this prison. They said pools, now there's holes. Holes with big round shafts going through them. Nice. Also, I don't know if it's still the case, but back at the time, you could just buy Kevlar from China. And I J-rated, but Kevlar from China on, like, eBay. Just throwing that out there. You can do that. Oh, this looks safe. Alright, guys. So am I doing it? Am I doing this? And no, I have never bought a Dreamcatcher. I knew chicks in high school who had them. Jump to see the bottom for the split second before I die. Is that what we're doing? Am I gonna go walk the plank? I don't like that at all. POV, you fall. I can't even jump. What's the point? What's the point? Ow. Get my hand on the desk. But yeah, what's the point? You can't jump. You can't even use it. What's it here for? Walk until you fall. Well, yeah, I figured that's what I had to do. This would 100% be lethal. Just throwing that out there. Just... I'm hovering. Cool. Going down. Yo, the lights are freaking out. Welcome, Kate and Ashley. I'm suffering. I'm suffering for the content. I do quite like it so far. It's very atmospheric. Alright, so apparently we're on chapter 2. I mean, I don't even have legs, so, like, I think I'm fine, Lee. The whale is following me. I think. Slides. For some reason, you saying that thing about the legs, though, really just reminded me that, yes, you can be alive despite broken legs. And some people have had to suffer that. That is very unfortunate. I cannot fathom the idea of just not having working legs at the bottom of a pit or something. You're just being left like that. My eyes are a little better. It turns out I have a really bad cold. So I think it's actually just the cold. I just didn't realize I was sick until like yesterday. I was already going to take the day as a work from home day yesterday, but I was very thankful I did because I woke up and my throat was not feeling great. Still isn't great, but you know. But yeah, I at least went in for the first half of the day. Yeah, I mean, it probably is why they were as bad as they were. So it was so much worse than like normal allergies. I don't like how that goes straight through the center of that hole. It doesn't like mount to anything, clearly. It's very dark. But no, I didn't go to a doctor or anything. The only thing I can get around here is urgent care. And that's notoriously not reliable, or usually that great. So, if it's not something easy. Cry while trying to sleep. No. No, they just stay dry. They've been a little bit better since I actually, like, since the cold hit me. They've been better. I'll go down the emerald path. I like that they paid a lot of attention to this. Yeah, I mean, if I close my eyes and like squeeze, you know, that does help a little bit. If I don't open my eyes back up, it's fine. So sleeping isn't too bad. It's all the waking hours that are a problem. Hi, Clee. We're playing a somewhat horror game. We're in spooky mode. You're right. I found out that this game actually released a while ago. I had no idea. So I wanted to finally play it. I saw the demo played by someone. Did I do overclock? Not yet. I should at some point, but I'm not feeling up to much right now. I contemplated not streaming entirely because I just felt so awful. But I'm like, no, I have to do it. I have to do it for my people. Not that I regret it. I always have a good time here. Ratio 30. That's not bad though. I mean, I have to double check again, like where the rewards cap out. A skinny icon. Do I get like a flashlight at some point? It's so dark. This hallway is very ominous. I had to pause for a second as I rounded the corner. That was That's something, all right. 600k. That's not bad though. Especially for when you started. That's not bad at all. Clee. Don't prank me. There were hands on a ladder earlier. Underwater. That is an interesting statue. Yeah, but even with the buffs, like that's still pretty high for where you're starting from. Excuse me? What? Huh? Am I like going schizo? Did I swear to God, I'm hearing something. It is. It's inspired by Backrooms, from what I understand. But they're just going for the atmosphere without the, like, monsters, is my current understanding. I'm not 100% convinced, because, you know, who would go on the internet and tell lies? Wouldn't be me. The hell is that? A locker room? Excuse me. Backrooms YMCA edition. It reminded me of a story completely unrelated to all this, but just a screwed up thing that I know happened. So my nephew is excuse me. Right, so okay, something just loaded. I don't like that at all. You just thought it was a fun song. No, it's a thing for sure. I've been to one. At least one. There's at least one real YMCA. I can guarantee you that, because I've been in it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that... It's a mirrored floor? The hell? Don't be a wuss. Me? A wuss? Absolutely am. So what story was I gonna tell? Right. So my nephew has a rough relation to his parents. I don't want to get into the details because that would, you know, be self-doxing to an extent. But suffice to say, the parent that is not directly related to me called him on his birthday while they were at a water park with his half-brother. Now, mind you, they never invited him. They live very close. They had no awareness that it was their own child's birthday. Until they called, apparently. And he was like, I don't know, 7 or 8 at the time. That's the whole story. There's not much more to it. It's not complicated. It's just really messed up. How are you going to tell your kid that you forgot about their birthday and you went somewhere without them? How could you? Anyway, suffice to say, he has abandonment issues. Who would have thought? Yeah, I mean, I forget about people's birthdays, too. I don't know, like, any of them except for my own, and I... That's a duck. Okay. Yeah, I forget about everybody's birthdays. All the time. Including my own. I have for... Okay. I just got hit with the friggin' mind wipe. What was I saying? I forget everyone's birthday. Including my own. I've forgotten my own birthday once. That was a very difficult time in life, so I give myself the benefit of the doubt. Of like, you know, it's okay that I forgot my own birthday. Some people say once you realize your birthdays are just another day where you just get older. Yeah, yep. That's roughly where I'm at. It's like, yeah, we're all just getting older. It's nice to celebrate with family and stuff. But the fact that it's a birthday isn't the important thing. The only birthdays I concern myself with are the kids. You know, all my nieces and nephews, I try to make sure I don't forget theirs. I may not get them a gift on the day up, but I won't completely forget. I do rely on their parents telling me, though, that, like, it's coming up. Otherwise, that's not in the brain. If it crosses my mind, I'll, you know, check with them when I know it's getting close. That's about all I got. I just make sure to buy them, like, expensive things that their parents can't afford, because, you know, I don't have kids. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of a vibe, right? Like, just go, like, having a heated pool or something and just putting a lawn chair in it, sitting down. That sounds actually pretty nice. Is there like a figure standing in there? Am I crazy? There's definitely something there. No, it's the reflection. Oh my goodness. The music leading up to it, the slow movement. I hate you. I hate you, game. It's the rich person way of taking a warm bath. Well, I'm thinking like at an, you know, a water park or something, you know? Not just in your own home. Ah, we found the statue. Wait, that's not the same statue. We're definitely in a different place. Why is there, like, chairs all around it, looking at it? What kind of fucking goon sesh is this? God. Can't believe people. But yeah, having your own pool like that would be super bougie. Clay is going to be the downfall of me. I'm gonna have a heart attack and it's gonna be their fault. I don't have anything to monitor my heart rate, otherwise I totally would. I should get one of the, what's it called, Throne or whatever, and put things like that on there for people to buy. I know some streamers use it for like all the like gear that they need, but like the funny things that would make you all amused would is what I would put on there. I don't know what my normal heart rate is these days. Not something I really keep track of. I'm still just young enough where I don't have to like check my blood pressure or anything regularly. Although in the past it's always been kind of low, so I'm not really worried about my blood pressure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what mine is, but it's not like crazy high. Whee! That is a crazy shallow amount of water to come out of that thing at that speed. That's crazy high blood pressure. What the heck? Okay, another story, totally a tangent, and I'll pause for a second. This is a story that takes a minute. The best thing that's ever happened to you today? The best thing that's happened today, you mean? Or like the best thing ever and it just so happened to happen today? But yeah, go ahead. And then I'll tell my story. Please on YouTube, so this will take a minute. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a delay. Yeah, I guess I can intro the story I'm going to tell. So, I graduated college not too long ago. Again, not going to get super specific, but within the last couple of years, right? Before I got the job I'm working now, I was applying around, you know, everywhere I could. I have a computer science degree, so like everywhere, more or less, everywhere all over the country, wherever seemed like I could get a job. Oh, you got ice cream and a remix album of one of your favorite albums came in. That's pretty good. I did try listening to some of that music you recommended, by the way. I'll come back around to that. But let me tell this story. So, a certain government agency, I won't say which one because I don't know if I'm allowed to. They make you sign a lot of documents. But a certain federal agency was somewhat interested in maybe hiring me. So much so that they put me through the clearance process. Now, part of that was, I mean, it's computer science. Almost every computer science job ends up being top secret. So, just because of the things you might be exposed to while you do the job. Yeah, I don't think I can say anything more specific. I didn't get the job, mind you. I declined, but I'll get into why. So through the whole clearance process, it's pretty well known. They like go through your background and stuff, right? Then you have to go in for interviews and do all that stuff. So I drove myself way on down to DC ish. It's not technically in DC. You can Google it. The NSA HQ is on the map even, believe it or not. I didn't think they would be. I was like, oh, the FBI, yeah, they're on there, of course. Like everybody would know that. And then also the CIA, everyone knows, is, you know, Langley. And then it's like, you know, a bunch of other agencies all around DC. But I was like, really? Even the NSA? Because I was just going through the area. Like, oh my God, even they're on here. What would happen if you wrote in your bio averagely popular? Is that how that works? Does that just pop you off immediately? But yeah, I had to go into that area for one of these interviews. It's a trait too, technically. Am I average? Is that how that works? I don't know. Averaging anywhere from like 2 till 11 is average, quote unquote. But yeah, so I had to go down there for this. I drove down. You know, they give you a hotel and everything. It's pretty comfortable, I suppose. Not really. The hotel sucked, but oh, and the breakfast sucked too. They really don't spring for the applicants, and I don't know why they don't do that, but they do make you go down there anyway. So you have to get a polygraph as part of the top secret clearance process. This is, again, like something publicly known. I'm not spilling any beans. It's like, you can Google it. It's all right there. Everything went fine except for the polygraph. And the reason why is I had just recently had surgery on my arm. Nothing major, just a little minor, not cosmetic, but like general surgery. Nothing crazy. So there was just a small little incision. Looking like a death man. Welcome back. And that's okay. I saw your comment. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Yeah, nano machine enhancement. Yeah, I had to get an enhancement. But no, there was a little incision there that was still healing. So I was like, yeah, I mean, they did take your blood pressure. This is how this came up. We were talking about blood pressure. So they're like, oh yeah, we monitor your blood pressure during it. And I was like, well, you can't put it there. I literally have a healing wound on my arm. Literally everything messes up polygraphs. They're hocus pocus, as far as I'm concerned. And I definitely believe that after the one I just went through. Right. So they put the blood pressure cuff on my forearm. Now, interesting note for anyone who knows anything about medical science, not so much me, but I imagine some people do, you get different blood pressure measurements from the forearm. Did you also know that the people who handle the polygraph are in no way medically certified? They have no certifications whatsoever. They don't even have to be a nurse. Not even like the lowest rung to get into putting blood pressure cuffs on people. They don't even have that. But they do get to put one on you. Sounds fun, doesn't it? So when they clamped that thing down on my arm, I noticed something very interesting, not even like 30 seconds after they put it on. And they keep this on for like 5 minutes at a time. They don't release the pressure at any point. My arm turned purple. I didn't like that. That gave me some very serious anxiety about, throwing a clot and dying. When they take away my blood for a pal of yours, his father, you had 130 BP. They said it's perfect. I mean, on the high end, it's like, what, 80 over 130 or something like that. Oh, this game is Pools. It's something of a creepy walking simulator, liminal space type thing, inspired by Backrooms. I'm just trying to get my story out of my mouth. Yeah, so my arm was turning purple, and I didn't like that. It gave me really bad anxiety. They predicted the future. Why is this guy yapping and wow? All right, fine. I'll do both. Rude. Maybe I'll get the story out by tomorrow. Right, so my arm was turning purple. I'll say that for the 5th time now. It gave me anxiety. Yap simulator. So I was very uncomfortable. Now, obviously, having horrible anxiety and an anxiety disorder on the face of it, managed. Like, it's all good, but like stuff like that sets me off for reasons. I don't really want to die. Obviously, my polygraph probably wasn't looking, normal. Oh, that's a color thing. I have modes. I have glow modes. There's a red one. It's a talent to yap nonstop. It really is. We can even put the jacket back on. I guess this game isn't that dark. I can just leave it normal. I thought it would be a little bit darker. So yeah, I definitely failed the polygraph because, you know, losing my mind over here. You know, thinking about, oh God, I'm going to die. They're going to kill me in this chair that I'm strapped to. Because, you know, they like, I can't tell you the specifics, but there's a lot of sensors involved. I think I'm okay to say that. So you're basically like, you're not allowed to move. You're locked in. My streamer is a pussy. Yeah, I am. Is this not new? A little too gay for serious jobs. I mean, anything short of top secret does not have that. That's okay. You don't have to. If you do want to help out in some way, watching on Twitch actually helps me the most. For one, there's ads there, so that does give a very small amount of revenue. You can also sub there. YouTube is a lot stricter, like on how much you have to do to get monetized. While I understand a preference for YouTube, I also have that preference. It's just not great for smaller, very small creators. The geometry here is a little off. So I got like interrogated about like, oh, you're lying to me. You're not telling us the truth. You did something. And let me tell you, I've lived a very boring life. The most exciting thing I've done is smoke marijuana in college. And they're fine with that, because that was many years ago now. They're like, yeah, we don't care about that. Oh, that's fine, Clint. You don't need to make an excuse. I'm just happy you're all here. He was just saying he wanted to donate, so I was like, well, if you really want to, that's a way. You're gay, stop the lie. I'm not. I'm sorry to say that I'm not gay. It's very unfortunate, but I'm not. I mean, yeah, they would be fine with that as long as it's got the tax stamp. But no, it was just my anxiety set me off, and it was the gaslighting. They were like, I know you're hiding something. I've never had someone treat me that way. Like, I understand if they're like, oh, you failed, you know, yeah, you failed. Oh, this is nice. I've never been in a sauna, actually. I'd kind of like to try one day. But yeah, they were telling me that I was lying to them and all the, like this and that. It's like, I have given you everything. I've told you every scrap about my life. Yeah, I was basically bullied into doing that, into playing Dress to Impress. Thing is, like, I had already given them everything, and I know what's out there about me on the internet. They have no reason to doubt what I've told them, other than the fact that I was anxious in the chair. And the problem I have with that is that they didn't listen when I complained about my arm changing colors. They were like, does it hurt? I was like, well, it doesn't hurt, but I don't like that my arm is changing color. And they were like, oh, if it doesn't hurt, it doesn't matter. It's like, oh, okay. So when I throw a clot and die, you know, it's fine. It's fine if I just die here. Great. Thanks. Yeah, so I emailed them back after I got home and was like, yeah, you know, I'm not coming back. And it's not that I couldn't pass, because I could if they just used the other arm. Although, again, that would take a professional who knows how to read a blood pressure. They don't, clearly. Or if I just waited a little bit for the arm to heal. you know, it would have been fine. But I didn't like how I was treated. Like, I understand if you have some reason to believe someone's done something, if you pressure them, and even just pressuring a bit. Like, I get it. But between how they handled my arm, blood pressure cuff, you know, dismissing my concerns about it being a threat to my life, and just generally the fact that they gaslit me like that, I'm like, you know, I don't want to be here. If this is how you treat your applicants, the people who want to work for you, then, you know, how do you treat like normal people? Like, you're clearly not good people, so I'm not going to work here, is basically how I looked at it. It's like, I'd love to serve my country in a, you know, defensive manner, let's say. You know, computer science leads into all sorts of types of security, which is, you know, working in defense. You're gonna do something like that. It's like, that's something I'd like to do, but not at that cost. You're not telling me you work as a mercenary commander? What? Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to keep your cool. I knew that I was going to get interrogated. It was the feeling that I might actually die that kind of set me off. If not for that part, I think I would have been just fine. Still didn't like it. It's just, this is terrifying. Well, at some point I did tell him, I was like, I just feel like I'm being gaslit now. Like, I've told you everything because you already knew everything when I walked in here. I told them some extra things that they didn't ask about. Like, they put a time limit on it, like 7 years, I think it was. I told them stuff from prior to that. I was like, if you want to know, here you go. But, you know, that's stuff that you said you didn't care about, so I didn't include it. And they're like, yeah, we don't care about that. I'm like, yeah, I know you don't care about that, so what do you want me to tell you? I don't get it. What do you want? You know, and they're like, we know you're hiding something. That's when I said, you know, you're just gaslighting me at this point. I'd have nothing to tell you. There's literally nothing to tell you. Wee. I mean, that would have guaranteed I never get a job in government. Declining because I felt disrespected, you know, saying that professionally through email after the fact, being like, you know, I don't feel like that was handled properly. I felt in danger. I felt disrespected. Got me the response of, I'll make sure I bring that up with my superiors, with the agency that I was applying to. They're not bad jobs. They pay well. And I mean, if you want to make the government better, you kind of got to be in it. Because, I mean, a lot of the decisions, the bad decisions, get made by bureaucrats, not by elected officials. I mean, who do you think keeps that polygraph in? You know? It's not just the elected people who decide that. Oh, not as a bodyguard, no. That was computer science. I do yap. I'm a professional yapper. Oh, that's me walking. Okay. You're just happy being a little gay barista. I'm happy for you. Well, in security, you can push for... Okay, sure. I have a friend who's absolutely terrified of mannequins. I haven't spoken to them in a while, but this would absolutely destroy them. They'd be dead. Yeah, in security, there are lots of decisions still to be made about like privacy and things like that. Things you can advocate for. I feel rather strongly about how certain agencies, basically all of them, neglect private citizens' privacy. You accidentally ate drug. Why did you do that? All right, so which way is up now? I'm confused. Between 1 and 3, 2.93. Feel free to round that as you please. What was it, like edibles or something? You goofed up. Hey, don't do that. Be careful. Know what you're eating. All right, things are getting kind of wonky. But yeah, I unless they get rid of the polygraph, I'm not. You're rounding 2.93 down. Understandable. You're just truncating. That's fine. You're allowed to do that. Yeah, if they ever do get rid of that, I will gladly reapply. But until the polygraph's gone, I'm not really interested. It seems I've taken a tumble. You celebrate your 17th leaked military documents for War Thunder devs. Gosh. The cat keep getting away with it. The idea of that room just hurts my head. I'm not very good with non-Euclidean geometry. Kind of a weak point of mine, you might say. Do I play Roblox still? I will play it again when you all force me to do it again. This is such a deep message. About getting the hell out of the bathroom faster. The guy up there said, I need to go, hurry up. The guy in there is fighting for his life. Yeah, Antral and I think Klee and someone else. He had a burrito with chili and beans. Oh no. This guy's just suffering permanently in a box of water. Yeah, all of them told me I had to play Dress to Impress, so I did. It was abysmal. What is my fan base called? That's the thing. I have not decided yet. For getting me to play Roblox. That's what you're being blamed for. Because that's what you did. It is 100% your fault. Well, not 100%, but partly your fault. I don't want to take blame away from Klee and others. I do need a name for my fan base. I have not decided one. I've been kind of hoping it would just come to me, you know, organically. I don't have to think about it too hard. Taters. I like the music in here. Can you like sit down in the chairs by chance? I'm definitely not calling y'all divas. Skibbity tailets. I hate you. I despise everything. Everything about you right now. Failing to impress is my fault. I wasn't very good at it, honestly. I didn't think I'd be as bad at it as I was. I mean, I respect your efforts to help people. But also, fuck you for saying that. I feel like I'm heading towards a spaceship. God, not a Taylor Swift reference. Where the hell am I going? I have fallen. Did you... what? Huh? What's a blade bowl? You need me playing Outlast? Oh no. This is not enough screen. Brother, I would die if I played Outlast. I wouldn't be able to finish it. The problem with screaming is that I have neighbors and stuff. So like, if I play something where I'm gonna scream, it has to be like midday, where I'm not gonna be bothering people. As soon as I can quit my job and move away from here, I will play all sorts of games that make me scream and yell. Just tell them the ghosts are haunting me again. Oh yeah, I'm sure that'll go over great. Wanna buy smart? Oh, okay. On that note, I've been getting a surprisingly large number of new follows on Twitter, or X, I suppose. If they're old, they'll understand. Okay. Face. Just a gape. Yelp, like, yep. Like, ee! Type shit, you know? You know, yelling. I can't fake it. I'm not very good at faking it, but you get the idea. Yelping. It's like yelling, but shorter. Tomorrow during the day, I could do a stream like that, but it would be like midday, so like... who's actually going to be on at 2 p.m. to watch me scream? Yeah, you. Okay, who else? Elevator shaft? Yeah. But I mean, I have at least one game, that Total Chaos game, lined up to play. If it's jump scare heavy, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to play it. If I'm being, 100% honest. Imagine being scared by being stuck in an elevator. I would be scared of that, yeah. This place, it looks like a mental asylum. That's interesting. It kind of does. But I think the point of the horror of this game is intentionally that there are no monsters. It's just monsters are implied at regular intervals, so it's like scary. Okay, I think that's my goal up there, is to get up there and go down. How to escape this game. Gotta beat it. That's how you escape. I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be super duper scary, right? It's just supposed to be very atmospheric. Me? I'm wandering. Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb your meeting. Do a speed run. I'm too stupid for that. I would forget where I had been. I'd be just as lost as I am now. Oh, that one has toilet paper. That's for us. Specifically. Huh? Me? Too stupid? Yeah, regularly. I'm too stupid for a lot of things. Did I find my way back to the agape mouth or something? What the fuck? Where the hell am I? I think things have escalated. Yeah, the water freaks me out too. Then again, everything freaks me out. I got scared of a wall earlier, so like... Just to put it into perspective that I am on edge this whole time, if I didn't have an audience, there'd be no way that I'm playing this. I wouldn't be able to do it. You had a scary dream? What was it? Do tell. I think last scary one, quote unquote, that I had was just that someone broke in and I had to beat them over the head with a baseball bat. I don't know if you call it scary, but like... it's a little concerning. Is this modern art? Oh, go ahead. We have all night. We're just walking here. Can we crouch at all? No. Is this like reverse crabs in a bucket? Ultra kill? I feel like I know that game, but I haven't seen it in a while. Gonna not stream again. I mean, one day, right? Be a long time from now, but one day. Go fast, shoot, shoot. You think so? You think that would be fun? Man, it's all bricked up. I have Hyperdemon on the list of games that I will eventually stream. I'm not doing that today, though. I feel awful. Like, genuinely just miserable. There's parts that would make you piss your shit. What does that even mean? Is that a sentence? Are you telling me it's scary? What, like scary or just difficult? We missed a message there, Clay. Something got censored. We got the part where you went to your neighbor's house, but we didn't get what happened after that. There's a drain over there. Scary, huh? Oh man. He's wearing the green your profile picture is. That's a weird reference. And a weird place to have such a reference. It won't be anytime soon that I'll stop streaming, don't worry. It'll be more or less when I can't. I quite enjoy it. Okay, so the killer broke into your neighbor's house, yep. So you ran to another neighbor's house. Okay, I'm following. You know, I just realized Vari missed the cuck chair. I can't tell him to take a seat. That's just depressing. Oh well. Can't have everything in life. It can't all work out. Come wrestling. No, thank you. There's a reason I don't live down there. Well, there's many. Can we talk about who the cuck is? I mean, it's just a joke, brother. That's okay, Clay. No jokes, all serious. Sorry, I'm dying. Ugh. Why VTubers lonely when in first stream? What do you mean by that? Like, why are there not people watching some of them? Interesting sound. Man, wood as a pool material? That's a lot of treated wood you're gonna need. That's expansive. Very pretty styling though. Yeah, I mean, I understood the brief of it. That's yeah, that's kind of wild. That sounds scary. With dreams like that, I usually at least fight back. I don't, I'm usually not a victim per se. I mean, I might be the victim in the end, but like, I ain't cowering. We pull out the gat, you know what I'm saying? But if what you mean by that, I'm gonna go with gagged you that he ate the dogs. Yeah, I mean, if you don't like have a weapon, yeah. Is your name Jovito? Is that how you pronounce it? But yeah, the reason a lot of them on their first streams will be like one viewer type of a deal. It's a pretty saturated market. There's a lot of YouTubers, and people only have so much time, you know, to spend on that sort of thing. I just said that this would hurt my brain. Great, now I'm here. All right, time to show off how stupid I am. Do you see those hands? Bye, Jovito. It was nice for you to come by. Thank you. There's hands. I don't like that at all. That's entirely possible to happen. Let's be real. You go to a Walmart, that's a risk on your life. Namely the parking lot. Like, I go to the local grocery store. I don't even think about, like, carrying or anything. But, man, going to a Walmart, I think about that. I'm like, you know, I should be strapped right now, shouldn't I? Excuse me, what the fuck was that? Oh, that's a railing. Okay. Okay. Huh? Oh shit, it's the goon sesh from earlier. Oh yeah, to finish that thought, it is surprisingly saturated, the VTubing sphere. Not to mention some people, I think, are just like waiting for VTweeters to, you know, actually stream. Some of them never will. So that probably doesn't help either. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I guess that was all just a waste of time. I mean, you can go anywhere in your pajamas. It's no one's stopping you, you know. As for having everything, I mean, yeah, that's kind of how Walmart does its thing. There are other stores that do that, but man, their prices are whack. Can I, like... Nope. I'm so confused right now. Oh, one of the company shirts I have, which, I mean, obviously, we wear those sometimes. It happens to be blue, so I hate going to Walmart after work if I happen to wear that shirt that day. This is where I came from, right? Yeah. Because I always get looks from people as though I work there. Like, they'll stare at me for a good second before figuring out, like, oh, no, he doesn't work here. Because it has the logo from the company on it, at least. But it's just like, really? It's like I'm in office casual wear, which is, I mean, I guess vaguely corporate-ish enough to look like a employee, but not super corporate-y. So I can see it being a maybe, but like some of them just take too long to read the several logos I have on me. It's like, come on. What am I missing? Am I... Well, I won't ask that question. I know I'm stupid, but like, am I stupider than I thought? A Walmart side quest. And I like... Aww. Brain hurty. Oh no. I told you I don't like non-Euclidean geometry. Stop messing with my gravity. Yeah, I go there when I need stuff for, like, you know, the kitchen or whatever. Which isn't very often, but... The prices there aren't much better than my local grocery store, so not a whole lot of reason to go. Oh. It seems I've fallen. My legs are intact, which is good news. Whee! Woohoo! I could be a teacher? What do you mean? I could be a lot of things. If my eye tracking was better, I'd wink after saying that. Oh no. The carpet's underwater. This must be triggering some memories for Vari right now. I like how you just completely dropped the teacher thing. No explanation. What color? I mean, purple, obviously. Purple and blue. I don't know why you'd even ask. We're on some doctor type shit right here. Kind of sleep early, get your insurance claims done. Play it, turn in Liberty for 20 hours. Holy crap. Didn't you want to play, what's it called? Chained Together for 12 hours? Go die in a hole or something. Wow. Aggro for no reason. What did I do to you? I have dailies, he said. Dailies are better than me. I'll remember that. At least save your dungeon runs for me for when I get back from work. That should be around like noon. A voice that's interesting to listen to. Well, I appreciate that compliment quite a bit. Whee! Splash. I just about ate the tile there. It would have been bad. This is like source engine physics. You hit a little bit of water, everything's fine. Yes, bye, Vari. Thank you for coming. Water. Slow. Okay, so there's a reference here, but like only people about as old as me or older will really get it. But anyway, it's the internet. A series of tubes. If you don't get it, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Oh, that's a hole. I almost sunk down to my death. What does that mean? I mean, yeah, there's a roof. What are you talking about, Clay? Of course there's a roof. What the heck? Okay. I need to draw your attention to down that hallway and slightly up. Do you see that? There's something there staring at me. All right, I'm leaving. Normally I would be excited for Halloween, but I don't really have that many friends in the area. Okay, there were two little glowing eyes in the distance. It's probably YouTube compression / Twitch compression. Yeah, I don't think they do Rocky Horror Picture Show out here, so I'm kind of sad about that. That was like a tradition that me and my friends did. But I don't live there anymore. So, don't really get to do that. Have you seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show? You'd love it, for sure, if you ever went. Go on Grindr for Halloween. I can't believe you'd say something like that. And by that, I mean, I can totally believe you'd say something like that. Oh my, you haven't seen it. Honestly, kind of disappointed. It's a great movie. I mean, you should. What the fuck? It's a chiller. I think one of the songs goes something like, "I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania," or something like that, but in a much more sing-songy voice. It's like a musical, basically, but like obviously a lot more adult. What? Well, if they just picked up the phone, I'd scare them instantly, so... It's pretty easy to get away with, you know? But yeah, it's a whole thing. If you go to a theater that actually runs it for Halloween... assuming they let you bring props, and they should, that's part of the movie. You bring toilet paper, yeah, it's the Rocky Horror Picture Show specifically. I don't know about who the actors were. Does this door go somewhere? Nope. Oh, man, we're falling. It said don't do that. What? Now it opens? What? I swear I just saw something around that. It's not. It's hilarious. It's a great movie. If you get to go, you should do it. Just make sure you get the prop list and bring them, because you're gonna want them. I think it's, yeah, rice, newspaper, toilet paper, little water guns, bells, and there's a whole like audience script that you can follow. Where am I trying to go? I don't know. That's the thing. We just fell down here. That's how this whole game started. We're climbing down a ladder. The ladder broke, and now we're here. We're just wandering, trying to find a way out, I guess. So, an exit, presumably. Jump. No? Oh, okay, we're playing Counter-Strike Surf now. Yep. Nice, nice. Sick moves. Where's the knife? Come on, I need the flip knife. No flip knife. What the fuck? Yeah, you bring all those props. There's a script that you're supposed to either know or bring, and then you basically read out the lines in response to what the actors say in the movie. You know, if they say something. I think there's one scene where it's like Dr. Scott or something like that, and you're all supposed to go, "Great Scott!" And then later one of them says, "Great Scott!" and you're all supposed to throw toilet paper. Like you're TPing a house or something. Yeah, this game's a little crazy. I'm sure everything's fine. Okay, I'm not sure that everything's fine. I take that back. Things seem to be mildly not okay. Perhaps even not good. How have I arrived here? Okay. Oh, thanks for the pointer. I hate neighborhoods like that. Oh, where they're all the same house, basically. Me eating ice cream. So against the American dream. Listen, houses of that size are a lot more reasonable than the crap that gets built right now. The McMansions are so extra for so many people. Not even, like, what are you gonna do with it? Like, what would I do with a 3-bedroom? I rent a 2-bedroom, and that's because it's the smallest I can get that still has a laundry. I just want to be able to do the laundry in my own home. I don't even need it, the amount that I have, but it's the smallest it goes. And it's an apartment. Like, I don't even know if they still build the really small ranches that you can see here and there. which is, you know, what I would prefer. Something like that. Or just like really good sound insulation. That would be fine too. To where I can, you know, scream and holler and people don't actually care. Like, I'm not bothering people with it, you know? Holy crap. This game's kind of deep. Yeah, I mean, I would like just a one bedroom with like a full kitchen, but not with tons of counter space. I don't need a ton. You know, efficient use of space. You know, enough room for a small little kitchen table. One bedroom and then a small living room. That would do it for me, you know? I'm just a guy. I don't need a lot of space. I have an entire living room. Might be well, of course, it is the largest, like, living space in the house that I live in. There's nothing in there. It's empty. I don't know what to do with it. I'm not going to use it, but I don't really want to rent out a room. That sounds awful. And you know, I don't like have a friend I could room with here, so I'm not just going to rent out a room to some random person. Floaty tubes. Are your friends on a trip? Yeah. Well, my friends, when a bit after I graduated college, most of them moved away. Quite a fair distance away. And they kind of just stopped talking to me for the most part. Like, not completely. Like, if I text them now, they'll answer. But, like, we just don't maintain conversations anymore. So I know how you feel. Except hopefully it's not permanent. Mine is. Also, I got pinged. Who pinged me? Hoter. Another co-op ping. Yeah. Oh, the lady that just stared at me? No, nothing. I don't know what was up with that. I'm still confused. This is a very large sauna. I mean, I walked past her the other day while she was sitting in her car again. I didn't get stared down, so I assume she like mistook me for someone or something. I was just like trying to really see me, you know, be like, who is that? Do I know that person? Something like that is my guess. That was a slide. That's a black hole. You and your friend have horrible separation anxiety? Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. Thankfully, I've never had quite that much. Outside of dating, I guess. This is just a inexpensive apartment. Yeah, I do have friends that I am sad if I don't get to talk to in a while, but that's a little different from having actual, like, separation anxiety. A doorway. Empty, like my living room. Why is there a massive saw? Bro, what? Okay. Well, anyway. That definitely turned on. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of good that you have a relationship like that. Maybe a little concerning if you're that, like... 1 second, I have to cough. Okay, I died. Just a little. Yeah, I mean, probably not super great to be that anxious about it, but, you know. If that's the worst, then you're doing good, I would say. Alright, now what about towns like this? You know, just complete smorgasbord of geometry and organization. Definitely no HOA here. Couldn't be possible. Do I go left or go straight? I'll go straight for now. This seems safe. A pillow? I guess someone's been sleeping here. Take a little nap. What if we took a nap together in the back rooms? Haha, JK. Unless. That's what these guys said, and then they said unless. So what's the lore here? There's like little gnomes working down here. So those were little tiny cubbies. Little itty bitty things. Oh, it's okay. You don't have to apologize. God forbid you drink fluids. Ah, another cuck chair. Ah, and Vari just left. Man. He's really good at dodging those today. It's so hard being pretty and popular, like you'd never understand. Oh yeah, is it? I wouldn't know. Get another cough drop here. You don't know what a cuck chair is? Do you know what a cuck is? I mean, that's the first question. said, oops, forgot the panel. Didn't put enough glue on it. Just kind of fell down, you know. What's that from? I think from Gmod that would be the... that ain't right. This isn't supposed to be there, and this isn't supposed to be there. Yeah, that is literally what a cuck is. 100%. That is just a man who likes to be dominated by another man by watching that other man bone his wife or whatever. So the cuck chair is the chair that you sit in while that happens. It's usually in the corner, because that's where the cuck sits. Oh, that was loud. That was extra loud water. I don't know if that's a thing. Now that you say that, I've never questioned it before. I don't know if that's the term for women as well, or if there's a different term for that. Excuse me, what'd you say? The pipes are the pipes. Better get away from those before they start singing. Aw, man. I went to circle, didn't I? You think calling people whores and sluts is such a boring insult? That's an interesting one. Interesting take. I'm sure there's at least a few people who would argue with you about it. Ah, okay. This is where it spat us out. Alright, we'll go back this way, I think. See if we can find another route. Oh, a doorway. Interesting. I don't know if I've been here yet. You can, like, fight the camera. Yeah, no, I think I've been here. Yeah. A favorite insult? Like, if I want to upset the person? Like, if I'm actually trying to go at them? Chuckle nuts? Chuckle fuck? Something like that. Something starting with chuckle. You know? For some reason, that just really riles people up every time you use it. And you say, yeah, alright, chuckle nuts, and they're just like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And it's just like, yeah, I said what I said. That said, I don't go around doing that all too often. Usually it's in game lobbies where someone's already, you know, going off. But you're extremely offended. Good. That was kind of the point of it. It's meant to be offensive. You, like, break through here or something? What is the deal here? So, like, something here? I don't get it. The way I take that is to mean that they're, like, not serious. Like, they're just fucking around. Kind of stupid. That sort of thing. I feel like I'm supposed to do something here. But I think that's not the case. I'm just thinking it. I'm thinking about it too hard. I think that's what I'm getting at. Stuff. What else? What else are we doing here today? Harlot. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't see anything to do down there. Oh, look at that. Oh, it just connects here. Okay. This happens every time, Clay. Every time, without fail. I would think that you'd be used to it by now. You're not going to survive if I play an actual horror game, like a proper one. It'll actually give you a heart attack. Then we'll have to like go to your funeral and stuff. I mean, that sounds really inconvenient. Please don't do that to us. Where am I going? Another cuck chair. It's crazy. There's so many of these just randomly sitting around. Hello? Okay. It's just a goat, I guess. Sure. Why not? Does it not like report its battery or anything to your device? Like you can't see that? It's just LMAO find out. What the fuck? The shackles of big boobed gotcha women have been lifted. Oh, don't worry, they're still there. I was doing my dailies earlier. We're just not doing it today. Again, I just wasn't feeling up to anything intense. Not that ZCZ is intense, but you know. I have a whole list of games that I do want to get through eventually, and gotchas are just they're time sinks, let's call them. They're just pits that you just throw time into. Uh-huh. It just goes, beep, please charge. Like that. All of a sudden, and loud, I imagine. Very nice, very cool. 10 out of 10. A little mini pool. I'm literally sick with a cold, so yeah, I would hope that I seem tired. I am. I'm exhausted. Whenever we're done with the game, I'll probably call it and not worry about doing anything else. I woke up today at like 5 because I just couldn't breathe properly. Rubber ducky, you're the one that terrified me. Ultra cuck chair. Nothing. Excellent. My favorite kind of art. Yeah, sure. This seems safe and like a great idea, really. I'm sure this won't end in a jump scare or something. I've seen tons of people on Twitter as well, like other VTubers that I follow. They're also sick. A bunch of them are sick. A bunch of people at work are sick. I think there's just something going around this fall, you know? I've been eating lozenges this whole time just so you guys don't have to hear me hack up a lung constantly. I should be feeling at least a bit better tomorrow, assuming I sleep well enough. So comfy. Me eepy. Jump over rail. Can't do it. Yeah, it's like just a head cold, I guess. Hey, there he is, the one in the artwork. Yeah, I think I was talking about it earlier. My eyes were really dry the other day when I was doing the solo raids. I think that was just the precursor to being sick. Like, proper. I've just been taking Dayquil, though. Nothing, nothing more. I probably should take something more, but I don't know what it would be. There's probably better things. Does it annoy me? No, not at all. I don't mind. I knew that full well when I asked for an androgynous model that people would be like, oh, you're actually a girl, or oh, you're gay. Like, yeah, that's fine. In reference to myself, but I probably still can't say it because of platform rules, but the word people tend to use for a masculine lesbian that starts with a D. I did get called that once in high school. That kind of upset me a little because it was like really emasculating in like a lot of ways. It was novel. It was the first time anyone ever said that. But that just made me a little bit self-conscious about shaving. Because, I looked in the mirror and I said, wow, I actually do look mildly, and I do mean very mildly, but a little bit more feminine than masculine face shape wise. And I was like, oh, if I just don't shave my face once I have facial hair. Yeah, but like I have to be awake, so I can't take NyQuil. But yeah, if I just don't completely shave my face, that entire aspect goes away. So it's not like they weren't pointing something out that was legit. But like, I'd be a little upset if my whole community was just like, calling me that or something like that. But like, oh, okay, sure, sure. Holy shit. That just shook me to the core. Wow. That was... I'm gonna have nightmares. Yeah, I mean, if you're intentionally feminine, then it's like, obviously that wouldn't be an insult of any kind. And yeah, no, I understand if you wouldn't want to let your facial hair grow. I wish I could have like a beard, but I just can't. It won't grow that way. I'm missing patches. They're even on either side. They're like between where the goatee would be if I grew that out, and then the actual like sides where they come in to meet that. There's like a notch missing out of both sides. It looks fine, I just can't grow it out. It's just not thick enough to look good. I was actually gagged, like I could not speak. I was just... Wow. Kind of killed me. If I was a little more energized, I might have yelped. But, not this time. Okay. Wait a second. They weren't there a moment ago. Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared. What is he doing? What? Why would you just leave it? I'm so confused. Huh? Oh god, I'm dying. I'm so confused on what the hell that just... What? Living Nannikins? A man at the door, and we just decide, I'll put the camera down and just go be with the mannequins. I'll go eat the goat. That's what I'll live on. Well, that was a very interesting adventure. Very surreal. I don't really know what to make of it. It's definitely started to get scary at the end. I think it was a good experience, though. Yeah, I feel like they could have definitely done a lot more with the actual scary aspect of it. I think the ambiance, you know, like the mood setting and everything was done by about chapter 2. And they could have made the scary stuff kind of ramp up a little bit quicker. Because there's a lot of time between when you started to see things like the hands and stuff and like the ducks around corners, where they could have just like amped it up with things that were spookier, you know, creepier, more sounds, more things to notice, you know. And they kind of, for a while there, didn't do a whole lot with it right up until the end. Was it bad? No, I don't think so. It's like a $10 game or something. It's not. You know, for $10, I think that was fine. But it could have been a lot more. I do appreciate the attempt to go for a creepy, eerie experience over jump scares and everything. But I think they went a little too soft on it, is all. It could have been more chilling, more eerie, scarier in general, without losing that, you know, I don't feel like I'm personally in danger kind of vibe, but like it's still scary. So that's kind of where they're trying to stay in that narrow band where like you're still scared, but not for your life. You know, like you're not jumping out of your chair, but you're still in a bit of terror. I've definitely seen it done better, but it wasn't bad. There was one game you were playing, but you missed a lot of it because you didn't want to pay. There was another game very similar to this, but it actually had like monsters that you had to run from and things like that. I can't say I know which one it is though. I definitely saw someone play it though. The other thing that I would play that's in a similar vein, very vaguely, is SCP-5K, but I do want to play that with friends. It's well, it's SCP, so if you know what that is, but it's like horror-esque, but it's a shooter. You know, you get to do some violence. Let me find my list of games, because I don't think you're in the Discord, so I want to get your feedback. Photo something interesting. Let's see. Horror. I searched photo. I don't see anything immediately. It'd probably take a little bit more to... A Roblox horror game? I don't know about tonight, but for the next time we play it. That app scares you? Why does it scare you? It's so easy. You just set it to where no one can DM you unless you add them as a friend, and you literally have nothing to worry about. It's like, it's so easy. But anyway, so the list I have right now for other games I can play, other than the usual gotchas, is Code Vein, the Bioshock remaster. I got that for free. Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. That would be continuing the Clear Sky game I played last time, but it's obviously not the same game. And Total Chaos, which is a horror game. Which Total Chaos is a lot scarier, but I just didn't have the energy to start that tonight, so I figured I'd do something that would be a nice little one-off, little easy thing to do. And we'll turn on the lights here. Stranger danger. I mean, yeah, if you join huge discords, like, yeah, you're not going to know anybody. I use it for my gaming buddies for the most part, and obviously this now. Really what it's for, as far as my Discord goes, my server, is just to have stream alerts and talk about what's going to get streamed, you know, make plans, that sort of thing. And keep people in the loop without it having to be like on Twitter or something, which I should really post going live stuff on Twitter or X as it is. I've been pretty bad about it. Oh, EK. Yeah, I mean, the only things that I find interesting about that game anymore is the competitive content. But that's what I was doing, is the solo raid. Although I'm definitely going to have to limit that to like maybe 2 days max on doing that. It's a lot. It was a lot. Your Rose toy? Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. That does not communicate the way you probably meant it. Just telling you. That I don't know how to read that, but not sure what it means. Kind of weird. uh I mean, Code Vein is kind of like a classic, but that's also a game that is really fun to co-op. I'd like to try and like, I don't know, collab with someone or something to play it, do their first playthrough of it as a co-op. Because there are some parts in Code Vein that are so infuriating. That meme? What do you mean? I'm so confused now. The minion tampons? You told me that it exists. You didn't tell me what it's about. Yeah, I think tomorrow I might be doing Throne and Liberty dungeons if people are doing it other than me, because I hate doing it solo. I hate solo queuing for it. It's so miserable. I can't force myself. It's just awful. I play a healer, which means basically that I'm at the whims of my team, and however stupid they are drags me up or down. Usually down. So it's just not fun. Happy birthday. Whose birthday is it? I'm still waiting for the answer on whose birthday it is. One of these days it's gonna be someone's birthday. Someone will actually be like, mine. Peglin. Yeah, I might do that tomorrow. I'm kind of indecisive today. Probably because I'm sick. It's kind of hard to commit to anything. Started a little late too, just because my parents called. I didn't want to like not answer. That'd be kind of rude. They were on a road trip, it seems. Not a long one, but you know. Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Oh, you listened to it? I did listen to the songs you recommended. You know, I read about it at some point, but I don't actually know. Oh, hey, Bo. Holy crap, he's alive. It's Bo. How are you, Bo? You just missed pools, where I got vaguely startled many a time. Probably would have been more dramatic, but I'm not feeling great today. I'm actually sick. I am sickly. Am of dying. No, I didn't think you were dead. It's just a joke. Either I'm too young and hot to understand the lyrics, or they just don't make sense. I don't know what being hot has to do with that. Protecting the city. Thank you for your service, Bo. So Bye Bye Miss American Pie is a reference to another song by someone else. Pete Seeger, who wrote Bye Bye My Rosanna. I did get affiliate. Oh, thank you. It was all the solo raid streams that I did for Nikkei. I posted the links in in the discords for the two unions that I was piloting for. So a bunch of them came and watched, and that boosted my numbers dramatically. I would have gotten it eventually regardless, which I'm happy to be able to say, but their support was greatly appreciated. A bunch of nerds came in, yeah. The straight version of Brat. I don't think so, but maybe. It's a lot of just cultural references from the time, but it's also just a really, really nice tune. Me? Am I going to get Botox? No. I'm not that kind of guy. When I'm rich and famous, I'll like actually go to the dentist, or, you know, actually go to the eye doctor. Right now, I'm scared of the money that costs. So that's going to be my change, is proper healthcare. Because, you know, I'm gonna, you know, get that. You do get free dentist. Yeah, probably the biggest failure of the whole U.S. system is just how awful it is to get health care. So the crazy thing that I see, and this I see this from other people. Oh, you'll be back later? Okay. I might not be here, but we'll see. I might play something else. Let's see. What time is it? Time for me to get a watch. Haha. Maybe I'll think about it for a minute. But get some background music going. Yeah, just not having reliable healthcare all the time just sucks. No matter how you slice it. I mean, I guess you could be like, oh, you know, it's not that bad or something. I mean, it is. It's like, yeah, you can just go into debt. I mean, like, yeah, you can. I don't think they can, like, force you into bankruptcy. It's time for me to get a watch. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, cut you off there. But the thing is, to me, it's like, it doesn't matter how it works. It's just most people in the US technically commit tax fraud. Yeah, they get let off the hook though, to be very clear. Like, if you tell the tax office, yeah, I was homeless and I wasn't making money, they go, oh, okay. And they just, it is kind of bad. Yeah, sorry. I can't help that. No, they don't have to pay any taxes on it. They technically, the fraud, quote unquote, is that they didn't file. And the solution to that is that they file when they, if they ever get asked about it, which they probably won't. It's quote unquote fraud, yeah, but they won't get, you won't get arrested for it. It's just not, like, obviously that doesn't make sense. You know, we try not to kick people while they're down, at least as far as like the people who actually work in taxes aren't heartless demons usually. I know because I have worked with them. Like people in the revenue agencies and stuff. Most of them are pretty nice people. They want to help people who are down on their luck, and they have the tools to do it usually. To say like, yeah, we're just gonna write that off as not a problem, you know? Say like, yep, they just weren't able. They couldn't do it. They just physically couldn't. Okay, mark that down. Okay, fine, they're excused. You know, they owed $0 anyway. It's whatever. Because they don't put any effort into finding these people. You know, it's not like they're gonna send out the police to find someone who didn't file their taxes, who also doesn't have anything from any company or anywhere, any bank, reporting that they have income. Now, if they did have tax forms come in for someone who made like $250,000, and they're like, okay, well, where's the return? Where's the tax return they're supposed to file? And they didn't. Then, you know, you might end up with, at worst, a warrant or something. And that warrant won't even get you arrested per se. It might get you in cuffs, but it won't, like, you won't go to jail, most likely. You know, they'd bring you in and be like, you have to pay. And then you go, oh, my bad, I'll pay. And then you do, and that's not a problem. It's all good. You know? That's more or less how that'll go. That, or if they do know where you are, like if that's not a problem, they'll just audit you. You should pay. I'm gonna be real with you. If you're like, you're employed by a company, so like they're gonna know. They know. Tax fraud is not cool. Yeah, do what you're told and you'll be left alone. Even like I had 1 year where I didn't file in my state that I was living in at the time. And their requirements for filing were like, did you make $1 or more or less? Not literally, but like, you didn't have to make much. But even if you're in the bracket that has to file, it's very likely, if you're not making a lot, that you don't owe anything. So when I was going through, no, I didn't commit any fraud. Fraud would be lying. This was just a failure to file. Oh, hey, X-Max. Sorry to say you're a tad late for pools, but we might be, let's see. Well, unfortunately it is a little late, so I'm just gonna yap a little more before I have to go. I got a big day tomorrow. I gotta wake up at 5. R1 for the HoloLive collab. Oh man, yeah, they're doing that, huh? Is that starting today? If it is starting today, man, I know what I'm doing Sunday. But oh, you got the Guro towel. Nice. Isn't that like $100 or something? That's crazy. But what was I gonna say? Right. So failure to file is different, especially if you don't owe anything. It's just a failure to file. They don't even fine you. I would need a script, Clee, to give you another ASMR moment. You're doing it again? What do you mean doing it again? What'd you do? Getting another group a towel? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, Clee, if you find a script that's safe for work, yeah, I can do one of those. I don't mind. It'll be another short that I can post. get some traction. I don't have Zippy anymore, at least not right now, I should say, to edit it for me, so I'll have to do it myself. It's kind of unfortunate. He's like in Japan or something. He's having a fun time. The B movie script. I'm not reading the B movie script, Bo. That's too much. It's far too many words. You'd have to donate a lot of money for me to do that, honestly. For no fun? What do you mean? Oh, this guy. Yeah, real money. If you want me to read a whole movie script, understandable. Just saying. That's just how it is. Any long script reading, I do want donations for. Early on, I'm okay with just, you know, reading what people want me to. I just can't go crazy with it, you know? Yeah, you don't know what round one is, do you, Bo? It's an arcade. Walking crap noise. I can't even emulate that noise. He makes a very specific noise. Boyfriend gets run over by a car. I don't have sound effects, just so you're aware. No, round one is an arcade. They basically import all the Japanese prizes and stuff, like the plushies and the little figures and everything that you'd find in a Japanese arcade. Same with the machines and all that, the coin pushers, etc. I don't think all of them are from Japan, but like a lot of them are. So it's very weeby. But they also have bowling alleys, pool tables. You can buy alcohol there, beer, I think mainly. Basically, it's a place for, yeah, there's rhythm games. I'm not huge on the rhythm games, but I know some people are, and I don't blame them. It looks fun. I've never gotten into it because I don't live close enough to one that I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just pop over there after work. Like, it's too far. So that's more of a take a little trip out there kind of a deal for me. A lot of the games are actually skill to a certain extent. Four ads. Yeah, it's just a minute and a half. You'll be okay. You'll survive. It's probably just 4 very short ads, I would hope. YouTube doesn't have to deal with that yet, probably. Actually, they probably run ads on it, and I just don't get any money for it. I don't get paid out of YouTube, so. Yeah. Let's see. What can I do for Bo to make it a little bit better? Wait a second. When Bo's back, I have something to ask him about. Another Venom movie. Oh no. Not another Marvel movie. I can't believe it. Man, I barely watched like the first couple of them, and then I just fell off. Couldn't keep up with it. All right, Bo is back. Venom turned into a horse. Okay. Hey, Bo, I got a question for you. Are you ready for it? It's very important. Why is your Twitch profile picture a femboy? He said he's gotta go. Don't run away, Bo. Don't run away. Don't be a coward. Sure you do. That's very interesting timing. Don't worry, I'll remember. I'll remember. You can't run away from this one. I will get my answer. He's gonna come back and he's gonna change his profile picture. I'm taking a screenshot. Screenshot acquired. I have evidence. I'll admit it. What are you admitting, Bo? You never gotten an ad from the stream? That's good, Klee. Do you have like YouTube Premium or whatever though? Because if you do, then that would get rid of it. Ah, you're a giraffe. Okay. Right. That's why it's a femboy. I see. Very interesting. Not sure how that works, but sure. That explains everything. Certainly. Stay off my profile. Listen, man. I was gonna try to give you VIP. That's what I was there for. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. And I was just like, wait a minute. What's this? I said, Uwu, what's this? That all Tailsor watchers are femboys. They're not, though. Antrol Vari? He's a big man. Big old muscular man. And he's very straight. It was a dare and I never changed it. Really? It used to be MF Doom. Yeah, you can get another thing like that from I think Burger King or like McDonald's. One of the fast food chains has his mask on their like popcorn bowl or something. I don't know. He's definitely not feminine. Naishu is though. Naishu's a femboy, 100%. Yeah, I don't even think he really watches the stream though. He's just a friend of mine. That's true, they could be lying. That's 100% a possibility. That's not MF Doom, it's a popcorn bucket for a movie. It has the same energy as... This isn't the beach, this is a bathtub. Like, yeah, but that's not the point. Okay, so Bo was a secret femboy. All right, well, there's a data point in favor of Klee's theory. I'm sure eventually as more people show up. Yeah. Oviedo doesn't seem to be one though. Thought you'd have some fun. Well, I hope you've had fun. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll deny it later. Understandable. Just remember that these are always stored on YouTube forever. I have the evidence for life. For your sake, though, nobody watches these, for the most part. I'm right as of right now. That's fair. Just remember I'm watching you. I know you are. Thank you. Appreciated. So when are you gonna get your little femboy posse to come watch me as well? Because I'm sure you have one. You're just so socially gifted. I have no idea if you are. I'm just saying that to try and convince you to share me around, you know? Get other people to watch, you know? Eventually I'll convince Cleta to shill me to their friends. You're introverted. Damn, he's just like me for real, for real. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're like me. Although I probably don't come off as introverted, but don't compare us. Wow. Well, what did you call me? He called me a monkey. He said I go all ooh ah ah. I can't believe it. Who would say such a thing? In current year. I would show you to my friends, but you then wouldn't be my streamer. What do you mean? That would just push you up in the hierarchy, Clay. I don't think you understand. The more you help, the higher in the hierarchy you go. That's how this works. This is a meritocracy. Like the more you support, the more important you are. Like necessarily. It's like, you know, obviously I have to reward people who help me. So right now Zippy will get just about anything he asks for. If he says go play a game, I'll go play a game because he helps me out a ton. He's edited videos, he mods for me. He's great. Yeah, I kind of get that vibe. With being bipolar, you get a little bit of the high energy, low energy type stuff. Except I'm always introverted. It's just, you know. Bo, I'm kind of scared of what would happen if you modded. Specifically because of the way you just worded that. You like being up in the hierarchy? Is that what you're trying to say? No, probably not. If you were bipolar, you'd probably at least have an inkling of it. Some people get like the mood swing part of bipolar. That sounds awful. I don't really get that. I mean, I guess how energetic you feel influences your mood, but it's not. It's not like I don't wildly fly off the handle or something, you know. Some days I just, you know, really want to do stuff and I'm feeling great. And then other days I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do nothing. You would ban me? I don't think you can do that, thankfully. Shit. Union raid is next week? That's kind of crazy. All right, so next Thursday, you guys can look forward to a late night stream. No, don't feel gaslit. I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying if you have strong mood swings or energy type swings, like where you're feeling energetic or not, that have nothing to do with anything, that's very important, that they have nothing to do with anything, nothing triggers it really, then that might be a reason to talk to your doctor about maybe having it. I wouldn't diagnose anyone. Just throwing it out there that, like, if that was what you're talking about, then talk to your doctor. Next Thursday, you're going to Antarctica. I can't even tell if you're serious, but I kind of doubt it. You're a barista. Why would they send you there? A fanboy barista at that. But yeah, that'll start at like 10:30. and that will run for probably about an hour and a half. It'll be a little hectic. So if you want to like chat, I'll really try, but it's going to be difficult for me to. It's very involved. So, you know, if you want to watch me work, then, you know, that's what I'll be doing. I'll basically be working to try and pilot a bunch of accounts really fast. So, Clete, you're saying the pizza delivery driver was really hot. You've seen him multiple times, and the more he sees me, the nicer he is to me. That's he calls you buddy, and you feel really hot, and it makes you feel something. Oh no. Is this the mistake I've been making all this time? I call people buddy all the time. I'm just like really nice. Is buddy what gets it? Is that it? Is that why I've been attracting men my whole life? You always watch me work. That's kind of creepy, and I think it violates several federal laws. Just throwing that out there. You might not want to do that. It might get you in trouble. Bo's gonna have me looking over my shoulder at work. What the heck? What the fuck did Tenship just say? No, you just think he's hot. Okay. I haven't been making a mistake. You need a crush to dream about. Fair enough. I was just thinking back to the guy who asked for my socks, and it's like, oh, was I too nice? Is that what I did? Is that why he was like, socks? Is that why he was interested? But hopefully that's not it. Like Mike Myers, except you can't take a hit. Where? Oh, Bo, were you not here for the story about the socks? Okay, hold on. We're gonna be here a minute, so let me take center stage. Don't tell it. No. Okay, no, it's funny, I swear. Hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, so if I can move my chat. No, Bo, I didn't. Okay, listen, Bo. Nothing actually happened with the socks. Let me fix that. No socks were exchanged, all right? I'm on thin ice. Okay, so I worked at a grocery store for a while. I was in the bakery. All right, I was making bread. Every morning I woke up, I said, all right, gamers, let's get this bread. And then I would say that shit posting pictures of bread from work to my buddies in Discord. They hated it, but I loved it. I loved their responses. They hated it. Always upset them a little bit. But it was always like whatever weird thing we created that day. Like one day it was a ring of bread. That was a good one. But anyway, I worked there for months. Just months, because it was an awful place to work. And no trading socks. So I was there for a couple months, because my parents were like, you gotta get a job anywhere at this point. I was like, okay, fine. I'll work at the grocery store again. Because I couldn't get a computer science job at the time. So I was there. By the time I quit, I was so upset with my manager that I just walked out. I dropped everything. And I do mean I dropped everything. Like I had a broom in my hand. It was late night. I hit my limit. I just couldn't do it anymore. She would scream at me like at least once a week about something. So I just dropped that and I left. A few weeks later, I get a text from the guy who is in charge of the front end of the store, like hiring and all that stuff, you know, customer service. And, you know, he introduces himself, and then very quickly follows it up with a very blunt, very direct, hey, you know, are your feet sweaty? Like, do you sweat? I was like, yeah, I guess. I mean, whose feet don't? I'm a little confused. And he's like, well, you know, I would pay you $50 for stinky socks. I didn't know what to say at first. I was just so confused. And then I was like, what do you mean? He's like, $50 for your stinkiest socks. Now, mind you, I had never talked to this man before at all. Like, I don't know who he is. I didn't even recognize him until later on in this conversation. And I was just like, you know, no, I don't think I want to be the object of your obsession. Thank you. And he was like, yeah, you know, actually, that's a really weird thing to just randomly ask someone that you've never spoken to before. And, yeah, that was fine. He wasn't even upset. He was just like, nah, I get it. It's all good. Suffice to say, we're friends now. But, you know, it was a little odd. Obviously, I'm not going to say who. None of my IRLs watched this, so he was actually a very nice guy. When I said no, he was totally respectful about it. He didn't give me any grief. Yeah, I mean, weird. Yes, you're correct. He is weird. He's into weirder things, mind you. So I feel like in his head, that was like the less severe thing. Although, I mean, I think the other thing he was into was FinDom, which is financial domination. So it's just like giving people money. So, you know, whoever gets to be the object of his obsession is going to be rolling in that manager money. Yeah, neither do I. That was such a weird interaction I had. I didn't know what to do with it. I wasn't gonna do it because like it's against my own beliefs to like sell my body in any kind of way. You know, like that. Especially for that amount of money, like I'm worth so much more. You know, a many of gay men who are into sweaty socks. That's... I don't know why I'm surprised. There's guys into much worse things about women. It's just being asked directly on like a cold call, basically, is what really got me. That's what really was just like, okay, weird, kind of odd, a bit strange, maybe. Yeah, money. For enough money, yes, I would sell the smelly socks, but it would have to be a lot of money. We're talking a couple of stacks, you know what I'm saying? Big money. I know what I'm worth. I think that's about all you could get out of me, though, is articles of clothing. You wouldn't be able to get anything else. That would be infinite money, and nobody has that. Unless I'm like starving, I guess. People will do anything once they're desperate enough, but... Maybe the sweaty socks were the friends we made along the way. You think so? I'm not so sure. Although one of my friends is literally Sock Boss. That's his handle online. So I don't know. Maybe it all just comes full circle eventually. Although he's straight. I can attest to that. If I had infinite money, I'd buy a pretty fluffy cat. That's an interesting take. No, he is. He has a girlfriend. I can confirm. Oh, the friend who asked about the sweaty socks? I don't know if I'd call him a sugar daddy. No, he's just called Sock Boss. He doesn't want your socks. He's not interested in that. I don't know about women's socks. He might be into that. I've never asked. Maybe I should. I'll make sure to ask on stream. Because surely he's not watching this one. Considering it's me and Bo watching the Twitch side, and that's what he watches. I'll be able to sneak this one in. It's a good question. See how he responds. Because I think the answer is no, but it ought to be funny. No, that's a different friend. And by sock boss, he means literally a sock with a suit and tie on. It's like some clip art thing he found, I don't know, probably ages ago. And so he's literally the boss sock. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a fetish thing. This topic sucks. All right. What other topics are there? Let's see. I had a list somewhere. Oh, right. I've been meaning to tell this little... It sucks. Yeah, haha, very funny. The only sugar daddy I know of would be Vari. That's Antrol. But he's straight, so like... Yeah. Unless you can convince him otherwise. Good luck. But yeah, there was another story. That was... I don't know if I've told it before. Probably not. So I had a candle that I had gotten from the store, and it just came in a little glass bowl. You know, it wasn't one of those fancy ones with all the frills and crap. It was just a candle. I had used it up. It was more or less spent. Like you couldn't use it anymore. The wicks were burnt out. There wasn't much wax left. So I had the bright idea to, clean it out, was to just take the little dish that it was in, stick it on the stove, and, turn the heat on low and just let it melt the wax, and I could pour it out into the garbage. It would be easy. And then I could just give it a quick wash, and then I could use that bowl for other things, So I made a mistake in that I did not consider that, sorry, I'm dying. I hadn't considered that the label on the bottom of the candle, so that you could buy it at the store, was still there. So it was just on the stove, burning. Stupid guy with paper label. Yep, that's me. Thankfully, I was standing right there, so as it started to smoke, I knew exactly what I had done wrong as like the moment I touched it. It didn't actually catch fire, but it was smoking, like it was really close. So, that was a whole kerfuffle. That happened while I was trying to cook dinner too. So like I was trying to juggle mixing the food so it didn't burn and moving this thing around, and then scraping the label off of the stove so that it didn't get like merged with the stove top. Yeah, I stuck the bowl in the dishwasher after that, because it was mostly empty anyway of wax, but I had a fun time. Alright, have a good night, Bo. I should probably get going too. Wait, what? I'm not a femboy. Your friend got on the bussy and never came back. I'm not a femboy, Bo. I'm androgynous. That means I'm neither. Very specific. Like, that's the whole point. And it seems to work. I've drawn people in who were like, wait, that's not a woman. I'm an extraterrestrial. No, I'm a cyborg. There's a difference. Yeah, exactly. See? No, it's aliens are not. I mean, aliens can be cyborgs, but cyborgs are not aliens. Femboys don't sweat, so he can't be as femboy. What do you mean femboys don't sweat? How does that work? Well, I'm a cyborg who isn't an alien. Okay, Bo? You don't sweat? That's crazy. Does that mean you just smell good all the time? Is that how that works? That must be convenient. You don't have to, like, shower as often. Which I suppose that's what I'm gonna do after I'm done here. Femboys don't sweat IDK, how to explain it. I'd like to see them run a marathon and then prove that. All right, well, I'll say goodnight to Bo. He's about to get an ad. There he goes. Probably. Well, it showed up at the top that it was gonna play one, and then it just didn't, I guess. That's kind of weird. I figured you'd head out if an ad hit you right now. I'm a super graphic, ultra modern robot. And androgynous? Androgynous? Is that what you were going for? It's not a normal word. People don't use it very often. So that's okay. Fucking ads. There it is. Good night. I called it. I knew it. I knew he'd leave. When the ads came up. Not that I blame him. Yeah, androgynous is, I'll spell it. I'm gay, I don't know spelling. I feel like you're kind of insulting everyone who's gay by saying that. But yeah, it's not an obvious spelling, I don't think. But yeah, I think I'll call it here. It is getting late. I can't wait to wake up at 5 a.m. Should be the last time I have to do this for a while. Like a long time, at least like a year or so. I'd love to get monetized on YouTube. It takes so much. You have to have tons of views and watch time. Like, it's ridiculous. Joke? What do you mean joke? You don't want me to get monetized? I'm sad. Give me a soda stream. I'm so depressed. Yeah, 45 minutes did. Yeah, we've just been yapping. I figure once I'm like averaging 10 or so, I should be able to just do chatting streams when I'm not feeling great. and that'll be fine. Currently, I don't think I have quite enough to keep it going. It cut off what you said. Let me look at YouTube, see if it. It must think you're saying bad words. This is so homophobic. I don't think it cares, to be honest. Anyway, yeah, once I have more people, even just like an average of 6 or 7 would probably be enough, just to keep it a conversation going between people. You know, long term. YouTube really is against you. It's against all of us to a certain extent. You can just use a PC term that gets around it. But yeah, should be good. We're getting there. Just you know, remember to like, share, all those things. Especially for those of you watching this after the fact. I know there's some of you. Except if you fall asleep. Understandable. Yeah, for those of you that watch after the fact, I know you're all there. All 3 of you. Also remember to like and share and all those nice things. I mean, that's what the Discord's for, Clay. Just throwing that out there, too. Anyway, that's where I'm going to call it for tonight. I do have to get up in the morning, tragically. Yes, like and subscribe or you will never explode while pegging. All right. Have a good night. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will be on tomorrow at some point. At least 7 to 10. I might start early. We'll see. Depends on what we're doing. But I will see you all next time. And bye.